So I want to ask you now. Give me a few stories. I love your stories. Craziest story involving a girl. Craziest fight story. Craziest thing you ever saw. And the last one, if you can give me a crazy story which you've never mentioned before, ever.
All my stories are very long. That's the problem. They're all like they're all like 30 minutes
They're
long.
podcasts of their own.
They're podcasts on their own. What was the first one?
The first one was craziest story involving a girl.
I've told this story before, I think somewhere. You have to find it. It was when I first went to Romania. I was in a town called Constanta, and there was a girl there who I met who was truly beautiful. She was Ukrainian. So I'm in Constanta, Romania, right? I'm in Romania. I was there. This is maybe 8 or 9 years ago. At the time, there weren't so many foreigners who went there. I was in a club, and there was an absolutely beautiful girl, and I went over to her and said, hello, it's nice to meet you. You're absolutely gorgeous. And start talking to her back and forth. I said, can I buy you a drink? And she said, yes, I'd like this bottle of champagne. And at the time, I didn't have the kind of money I had now. So I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy you a bottle of champagne. I don't normally drink champagne. I bought this.
I like beer.
Yeah, I didn't say beer, but I styled it off. I said, oh, so you can't really say that, right? So you have to be smooth about it. It's like, oh, champagne. We should enjoy a bottle of champagne together one day, but I'm about to leave. I just want to come say hello. So we'll do it sometime in the future. You have to be smooth about these things. James Bond, right? Because I didn't want to buy a $1,500 bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
So I styled it off, got her number, left. We're texting back and forth. She seemed like a really nice girl. Absolutely and utterly beautiful. My standards are ridiculously high because I'm not a peasant like everybody else. I'm only associating with women.
I heard only blondes.
I can have anything I want. And I kind of like when they all match. So I live with very, very high standards. So she was truly beautiful. The next day I met her, we had lunch, and again, she tried to kind of hint at this drink, and again, I styled it off. That night I saw her on another man's table, and they were buying all this champagne, and I was kind of a little bit annoyed because I thought I bagged like a really beautiful girl, and she's now on this table, and all this champagne's coming. It's like, whatever, it is what it is. I left it. I still text her a little bit back and forth. And it became this running joke. She was like, why won't you buy me a single bottle of champagne? You're a man. Why won't you buy a single bottle of champagne? And she was also she was quite inquisitive. She was like, so what's your job? What are you doing here? She was trying to ask me lots of questions, and I wouldn't answer any of them. I'd always style it off with a clever answer. Yeah. Like, what's your job? It's like, oh, I'm a priest or blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, we ended up becoming really good friends throughout the summer. And eventually she came open to the fact that she's there specifically to make men spend money. And she had a script, and she said, you're the only, when she'd drunk a little bit of champagne that night, to be fair, she was a little bit drunk. She said, you're the only man I've ever met who didn't, you're the only man I've ever met who didn't follow my script, Andrew. I said, what's the script? And she showed me it was Facebook at the time. She showed me in her Facebook inbox, the man would get her number, they'd meet the next day. Then after about 2 or 3 dates, she'd say, I can't fall in love with somebody who lives far away. Last time, I've only been with one man in my whole life. Last time I was with a man like this, my heart was broken. And she'd copy and paste this long message. The guy would start begging for her back. She would wait about a day and a half and then hit him back and go, okay, I'll come meet you, but I don't want to come on my own because I'm falling in love with you. I want to bring some friends and we'll go to this place. And they'd go and spend more money on more girls, more champagne, more meals. And it was just script. And every man was falling for it in exact order, and it was copy and paste messages, and every single dude fell for it, just chasing this girl, promising her anything, taking her and all her friends to whatever place she needed to go that day for the commission. And this is like 8-9 years ago. And she said she was making like $20,000 to $25,000 a month in commissions. And she's some Ukrainian chick. She's like 19. Like bought her family a house. Whoa. But like literally enriched her family top off the back. Yeah, top G. Yeah, she was absolutely amazing at manipulating. But it just showed how stupid men were. Every single man was falling for the same trick, all of it, head to toe. And after that, we got a bit closer, and she was we fell in love, let's say. And it was kind of funny because we spent the whole summer together. I never bought her a drink. I never bought her one. No way. It became a thing where I said, I'm not buying you a thing.
Because you didn't want to be one of those guys.
Tap water only. So I was like, I'll get you you want tap water? And she was like, oh, made a big joke of it. She was buying the drinks because she had more money than me. So yeah, that's one of the craziest stories involving.
But you have to stand out. So they just want someone to stand up.
I think it's, yeah. I mean, it was going on for weeks. There's a lot of nuance to it. Yeah. I'm not saying I'm not saying don't buy girls drinks. In fact, if I meet a girl now and she wants a drink, I'll certainly buy her one. It was just a very unique scenario, unique circumstance that kind of led into a story. But the night she was going through those Facebook messages, it was crazy how quickly and instantly men will simp and beg and cry over a girl they've known for 3 days, promising, oh, we're gonna be special. I'll take care of you.
They think she's the one.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Do you believe in the one? I think it's just compromise.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever going to be one person on the planet you're truly compatible with. I think there's going to be, a few. And if you have your life in order as a man, truly and completely in order, then you're compatible with a lot more people. I think that if you're a man and you're struggling to find somebody you're compatible with, that's probably because you're a loser. If your life's in order, then you're compatible with a lot of women. Like me, for example, I don't need a woman to mother me. I don't need a woman to motivate me, to tell me to stop playing video games. I don't need her to do anything for me. I need her to be happy, positive, protect my spirit, pray for me, maybe little things, make me a coffee, some kind of small gesture. But my money's right, my motivation's right, my life is right. And if she is associated with me, by proxy, she's gonna have a fantastic life. I can't fly on my jet and put her on an easy jet. Yeah. Like she's gonna end up on jets, she's gonna end up in the 5-star hotels, she's gonna end up not having to worry about money, she's gonna end up in the best restaurants. Yeah. By proxy, she's gonna have a very fantastic life. So you'll find that if your expectations of a woman are for her to be happy and you have a lifestyle that makes her happy, a lot of women are pretty happy, and you get along with basically all of them. It's kind of amazing how that works. It takes a very special type of character to still be dislikable in those kind of scenarios. Whereas if your life is less perfect or your reality is less impressive, then you need a girl who's happy to be bored and then it becomes harder. But I don't have any of those problems.